Brighton is getting pushed to a point and they can't keep throwing us out of the places we live in. We're trying to live with peaceable people. The gays came to this community and they were welcomed. They came in, all right, they had the hostility to them. They're accommodated nicely. What about us, lost all right, with the dirty, filthy squatters, the scum of the earth or whatever?
Rather than saying no to squatting or no to this, like, why not try and propose the solution, you know, like, and here I reckon is the solution, opening up a building and turn it into a community centre where people can actually live.
At 6 months home, I don't know, will we be here? Will we not? I don't know. I got thrown out of Northview Hospital after 6 months. No reason whatsoever. I don't know what happened. I just returned to I went out about 10:30, 11 in the day, went out to sort out some pretty crucial business, and came back to the ward at 7:30. I was given my bag and an old plastic bag. Bye.
I was just doing the regular 9 to 5 work in an office and stuff like this, and tried to do this jazz course and all this in London to be like a jazz musician and all this sort of thing. And then this is like the plan. This is like where, you know, my ego wanted to go to make my dad the status, to make my parents proud and stuff like this. And then, like, you know, I applied for all these things, and in the space of like 2 days it all went wrong. Like, my girlfriend dumped me, the college didn't get me on the course, and then like my work transferred me to Essex.
I was hitchhiking down to Newquay for the summer in Cornwall to do some apple picking, but I kind of got stuck in Brighton, and I was actually sleeping in a bush in the Pavilion Gardens for about 2 months before I found these people.
Built in the 50s by a guy called Tindle, who actually opened it as a community centre. We call it Tindle Centre, hoping to bring back the original architect's vision as it being used for a place where people can come and, you know, I don't know, just be nice people can come and say, you know, I'd like to play these films, or I'd like to sort of play this music, or these people are coming into town who play this sort of music. They just want somewhere to perform, you know, it's really cool and chill.
There's been several projects in and around the Brighton area over the last few years that have tried to be social centres. Some have been more successful than others. A lot of the success of these places depends primarily upon the people involved within the squat, what their personal ideas of creating a social centre are, both individually and as a group.
I feel like you clean your environment, it just feels like it cleans you out as well, you know, it gives you like a thorough cleansing. Just went downstairs and started clearing up all the rubbish, which I later found out it's actually someone's artwork, who got really upset and sort of left the house. But then he came back and sort of understood that, you know, it was also a house for rats.
No, the great thing about what Simon did was he came in and he just purged the place. It's like, and he was saying things that were very poignant, like I can't let my home living like it's yeah, great, nice one, guy. You treat it like your home, and we've cleared up a lot of space. The dynamic of this building and group of people, the way we work is, I don't know how it works, but it's sweet as a nut.
Here at the Tindle Centre there is a wonderful sense of community. When everybody is raring, ready to go, then everybody really comes together as a whole, and it's a beautiful synergy at times, especially when we have our music sessions. The vibe that's created is pretty much like none other. Maybe you would get it at a festival where it's brothers and sisters come together as one, and you do your best through your music.
I think in a place like Brighton you just meet the right people who are all in the same vision and the same direction.
I was there when the idea was formulated about, you know, the whole Brighton community resource and stuff, about, you know, taking buildings and opening them to the community. It started at Stanmer Farm when a neighbour knocked the door, all glad that we were all squatting the building, and asked if he could have a tour and look around, because he'd always known that building as a closed property, and that now that we were in it, it was like available. And James, my Irish brother, got all excited by that and decided that we should open to the public like often, and that's how the whole thing got started. Everybody does what they can, what they're able, what they're good at, and what they've got the heart for.
Hey guys, it's a proper MC battle happening right here. Widdly diddly bebop scribbity figgity hibbity nibbity bobbly hoggity poggity way. Reload. I said, would anyone like to hear a real ode? And judging by the sudden drudgery of dread in the faces of the public, I guess I figured where my poetry I can stick. Oh please, no more information, because I feel sick, because I've already walked down the high street once today, and I've had my logic derailed by some obscure billboard advertising into play. So whatever you do, please don't get me to question the superficiality of my pathetic mundane existence, okay? Okay. Willy dilly billy 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 bad biblically apocalyptically.
Where do I fit in? I keep asking myself that question.
I'm not an artist, I've got a degree in art. I'm not an artist. I'm just a human being trying to live. I've been dragged through the mental health system in this country for the last 7 years, who've tried to convince me I'm insane. I believe I'm insane for the most of my life. I'm not insane, there's nothing wrong with me. It's just I'm bloody penniless. And if I had money, what would I do with it? I'd just give it all away to my mates, get loads of spliff and have a laugh. It's the only thing that matters is having a laugh with your mates and having a good time. Because the rest of it is just grief.
A couple of complaints from the man behind this wall here.
I haven't seen so much problems, more like obstacles. I mean, the chap next door does have some valid issues. He came around earlier on and he was discussing the noise levels.
No, I don't, I'm not.
I wasn't living in that way, but it's the bass that does the trouble.
What happens is the drumming will start or whatever, and then it'll start banging, and then it'll kick off. You can't just say, oi, you know, just do the responsible thing. Say, oi, you're going to have to shut the fuck up, basically.
And I'll be quite happy to help you out.
Excellent. So give us the advice then, sir. We don't know. Oh, I do agree with his issues. He has issues of noise, and we've tried our best. We've even put the stage over there as the acoustics travel this way, and we've tried to have a time limitation. He's been round on this is the third occasion, and whilst I totally agree with what he's saying, he's actually occupying a flat that was sold by the council that belongs to Brighton and Hove people. And even though he's ignorant of that fact, we're not, and we need to keep community spaces open. So I tried to explain that to him, and once he stopped using the expletives, he seemed to become a lot more friendly. What we're going to do in response to his complaint, though, is we're going to move the stage in accordance with what he thought would be best, and we're going to place it here, and then we're going to soundproof this wall across here. And then we're going to try and get him in, have a cup of tea, and see if we can sort it out. Because by the time he left, he seemed entirely fine. But when he turned up, he was really pissed off because his wife was moaning at him and he has a child.
I try to understand, you know, when people say stuff, rather than take side, I try to understand what they mean. And it's true that I've seen how squatters don't always respect the place that they're into. Sometimes people just take liberties, break things, and they just don't treat it like a home.
Hello there, how the devil are you? Come on in.
We're going to soundproof this wall, which means all the decoration on it is going to have to be redone, which is great because we always need space for artists to do stuff. But hopefully, if we're considerate with them, they'll give us a bit of space and let us do what we need to do.
If you involve community interaction, then your action becomes worthwhile. And yeah, this is pretty much the basis. We squat because we want to help people out. People who don't have the means to house, shelter, feed themselves. Maybe because they're in a bad situation, you know, at least we're here and we will be out and about enough to say, hey, look, do you want to come back with us, have a cup of tea, coffee, jam, maybe? You know, it's providing a space for people where they can sit and feel safe without prejudice, without any sort of homophobic remark or racist remark, just in the safest environment that we can create for people. All people.
The goal isn't really to keep doing things illegally forever. The goal is like you start how you need to start. And eventually when enough people from the community have seen that you're doing something that is worthwhile, then Of course, legalised.
As soon as you occupy a building or you're in there, you can be evicted straight away.
But I tell you what, if it comes to our stand on the roof, get up on the roof and say, you're not having it. So this is the Ray Tindle Centre. It's built by man. He said, this is for you, the community, to use.